Lena walked down the narrow alley of Neo City, her boots echoing softly against the glowing metal walls. The city was alive with neon lights and flying drones that zipped past her head, but here, in this quiet corner, everything felt different, almost forgotten. She sniffed the air and caught a strange, sweet smell that made her pause. It was faint but unusual, not like the usual synthetic food smell of the streets. She followed the scent carefully, her eyes scanning the shadows. Then she saw it, half hidden behind a discarded hollow advertisement. A small cake sat in a trash bin, half eaten, its frosting slightly glowing with a soft bluish light. Lena stepped closer, her heart beating faster. "Who would throw a cake away?" she whispered, bending slightly to get a better look. She reached out her hand, almost trembling, the glow from the frosting reflected in her eyes, making it look magical. The city was full of bioengineered food and artificial treats, but she had never seen anything like this. She remembered it was her mom's birthday today, and a small smile appeared on her face. "Maybe I can take it home," she thought. Lena hesitated, glancing around. The alley was empty, but she felt a strange energy from the cake, almost like it was alive. Her fingers hovered over the frosting, and a shiver ran down her spine. The cake seemed ordinary at first, a chocolate layer with vanilla frosting and a few colorful sprinkles, but the soft glow made it feel different, special. She had read about alien technology disguised as normal objects. Could this be one of them? She took a small step back, trying to think clearly. "It is just a cake, right?" she murmured, but her eyes kept returning to the glow. There was something about it that called to her, a silent whisper she could almost hear. Her stomach growled, and the thought of her mom's birthday made her feel guilty. If she could save this cake, maybe it would be a small surprise. She touched it lightly with her fingertip, and the frosting shimmered, like it was aware of her presence. Suddenly, a soft sound came from the trash bin, a low humming that made her jump. The city drones were far away, so this sound was not normal. Lena's curiosity grew stronger than her fear. She knew she had to find out more. "Maybe it is not dangerous," she told herself, taking a deep breath. Her hand reached for the cake again, the glow brighter now, almost inviting her to try. She felt a strange warmth, as if the cake was alive. The alley felt colder, shadows moving as if watching her. Lena shivered, but the idea of giving this mysterious cake to her mom gave her courage. She carefully lifted the half-eaten treat from the bin, holding it as if it were fragile. Then, a soft whisper echoed in her mind, "Eat me, or share me, but choose wisely." Lena froze, her eyes wide. The cake was speaking. Or was it her imagination? Either way, she felt a connection. She tucked the cake into her bag, her heart racing. The adventure was only beginning. She didn't know it yet, but this simple half-eaten cake would change her life and lead her to secrets hidden beyond the stars. Lena took one last look at the alley before stepping back into the bright neon streets, carrying the glowing cake carefully, unaware that someone, or something, was already watching, waiting for her next move. The birthday surprise she had imagined might become more than she ever expected, and her ordinary day was about to become extraordinary. Lena walked faster through the crowded neon streets, clutching the glowing cake in her bag. Her mind raced with questions. Is it safe to eat? Could it be dangerous? She wondered. Every passerby seemed distracted by their own lives, robots carrying food deliveries, holographic ads flashing above, but Lena felt the cake pulsing softly, like it had a heartbeat. She stopped near a quiet park, hoping to think clearly. The cake's glow peeked from her bag, faint but persistent. She took it out carefully, turning it over in her hands. "This is crazy," she whispered. "It is just a cake, right? But it feels different." The frosting shimmered, and she could almost hear soft humming, like a language she could not understand. Lena remembered the stories she had read in school, about alien artifacts disguised as normal objects, bioengineered food that could communicate. Could this cake be one of them? Her stomach growled again, and she thought of her mom. It's her birthday, maybe she would love it, Lena said, her eyes softening. But what if it's dangerous? What if it harms her? She hesitated, looking around. The park was empty except for a few neon-lit trees, but shadows seemed to move strangely. The glow of the cake reflected in her eyes, mesmerizing her. She touched the frosting lightly, and for a moment, a wave of warmth spread through her fingers, almost like a tiny pulse of life. Lena gasped, "It's alive." somehow alive. A soft whisper came again, clearer than before, decide, share or taste, the choice is yours. Lena's heart skipped a beat, she felt the weight of the decision pressing on her. Her curiosity was stronger than her fear, she wanted to taste the cake, just a tiny bite, to see if it was normal, but a warning echoed in her mind, careful, some gifts are tests. She imagined her mom smiling, the joy of giving her a birthday treat, but the glow of the cake reminded her that this was not ordinary, it was something extraordinary, something beyond her understanding. Lena closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Maybe if I just try a little, I can understand it, she thought, lifting a tiny piece with her finger. The shimmer of the frosting almost seemed to react. Suddenly, a drone flew overhead, scanning the park. Lena froze, tucking the cake quickly into her bag. Could the authorities detect unusual items like this? Or were alien beings monitoring it? The humming grew louder, but only she could hear it. Time is short, choose wisely, the whisper warned. Lena's hands trembled, but she felt courage rising from her desire to do something good. She looked around once more, the glowing cake cradled in her hands, her heart beat fast, questions and excitement mixing together. Lena knew one bite could change everything, yet the choice was entirely hers. With a determined breath, she whispered, all right. I have to find out. The mystery of the half-eaten cake, the glow, and the whispers were now her secret to explore, and her adventure had only begun. The city's neon lights seemed brighter as she stood there, clutching the cake, ready for the unknown. Lena sat on a quiet bench in the park, her bag on her lap, the glowing cake before her. She stared at it, her fingers trembling slightly. The soft hum seemed louder now, almost like a heartbeat matching her own. Just a tiny bite, she whispered, her curiosity stronger than fear. She lifted a small piece of frosting and brought it to her lips. The glow flickered as she touched it, and a warm shiver ran through her body. The moment the cake touched her tongue, the world around her shifted, colors became brighter, sounds sharper, and she felt a strange energy flowing through her. Lena gasped, what is happening? Her vision blurred, then cleared, revealing faint outlines of hidden shapes moving around the park. Tiny lights floated in patterns, and some seemed to respond to her movements. The cake had opened her senses to something new. Lena blinked, and suddenly she could hear whispers from the neon trees, the holographic signs, even the distant city drones. It was like she could understand the life force of everything around her. She felt a connection with the city she had never noticed before. Every pulse, every vibration, every flicker of light. The cake had given her a way to perceive what humans usually could not. Her excitement mixed with fear. I can feel everything. It's amazing, she breathed. The warmth of the cake spread through her chest, making her heart feel lighter, but also faster. A soft voice echoed again, clearer than ever. You see the hidden, you feel the truth. But choices come with consequences. Lena froze, realizing the cake was not only showing her new senses, it was testing her. She looked at her hands, still glowing faintly from the frosting, and the park around her seemed alive with secrets. Tiny mechanical creatures moved unnoticed among the trees, and holographic animals played in patterns only she could see. Her mind raced, thinking of her mom's birthday. If I give her this cake, she could experience this too. Or it could be dangerous. Lena's heart tightened. The gift was more than a treat, it was a challenge, a responsibility. Suddenly, the glow from the cake brightened intensely, making her blink. The whispers turned urgent. Decide quickly, share, or hide. Every action matters. Lena's pulse quickened. She felt the weight of this mysterious power. She held the cake close, contemplating what to do next. Every instinct told her to protect it, yet a part of her wanted to share the wonder with her mom. The city around her seemed to wait for her decision, silent yet alive. Lena took a deep breath, tasting another tiny piece, letting the glow merge with her senses. She felt a strange warmth in her mind, like the cake was teaching her, showing her a way to connect with more than the ordinary world. The experience was overwhelming, but thrilling. She knew that after this moment, nothing would be the same. The cake had chosen her, and she had chosen to see the hidden truth of her city. With determination, Lena whispered, I'll find a way. I'll make it right. Her adventure had stepped into a new realm, where curiosity, courage, and human heart would face challenges beyond imagination. Lena hurried home through the glowing streets, the cake safe in her bag, but she could feel its power growing stronger with every step. The warmth pulsed through her, a constant reminder that this was no ordinary treat. As she turned a corner, a shadow detached itself from the neon-lit alley, a sleek figure with glowing eyes that seemed to scan her from head to toe. Lena froze, clutching the bag tighter. The figure stepped closer, and the soft hum of the cake grew louder, almost like it was warning her. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The figure did not speak, only tilted its head as if observing. She realized suddenly that the cake's glow was drawing attention, not just from people, but from something more advanced. Lena's heart pounded, her curiosity had led her into a dangerous game. The lights of her apartment building appeared in the distance, but the figure moved silently behind her, keeping the same distance. Lena tried to run, but the cake seemed heavier in her bag, pulsing with energy. Reaching her door, she quickly locked it and set the bag on the table. The glow filled the room, painting her walls with shifting patterns. She watched in awe and fear, realizing her choice had consequences far beyond her imagination. Suddenly, the humming changed tone, urgent and loud, and Lena felt images flash in her mind, visions of distant planets, strange alien landscapes, and beings that moved like liquid light. The cake was showing her something incredible. Her eyes widened as she understood. The cake was not just a dessert, it was a messenger, a test for humans. She had been chosen because of her kindness and curiosity, but now she had to decide how to act. A soft tapping came at her window. Lena looked up to see tiny glowing drones hovering outside, scanning the room. Her fear grew. She realized her small action had attracted attention from beyond Earth. The whispers returned, clear and commanding: "Share wisely, or suffer the loss. The humans you care for will judge your choice." Lena felt the weight of responsibility crushing her. She had never imagined a simple birthday cake could carry such power. Her thoughts went to her mom, who was unaware of the extraordinary gift hidden in her daughter's bag. Lena knew she had to be careful. Every move could affect not just her family, but perhaps the city, or even the world. She experimented cautiously, placing a small piece of frosting on her hand. The energy spread like a network, connecting her mind to the faint outlines of the drones, the city's lights, and the hidden signals all around. Lena's mind raced. She understood now that the cake could be used for good or harm. Her choice alone would determine the outcome. She felt fear, but also the thrill of power and knowledge. The glow began to fade slightly, as if waiting for her next move. Lena whispered softly, "I need to understand it fully before I act." Her heart beat fast, every instinct telling her that she was at the edge of something extraordinary. Outside, the drones disappeared into the neon sky, but Lena knew this was only temporary. The consequences of her actions were far from over, and the real test had only just begun. She looked at the cake, glowing faintly now, and realized that this simple half-eaten treat had turned her ordinary life into a cosmic adventure, one she could not escape from. Lena sat at her kitchen table, staring at the glowing cake. The hum had softened, almost gentle now, as if waiting for her decision. She knew she had a choice that could change everything. Her mom was in the next room, humming softly, unaware of the cosmic secret resting in her daughter's hands. Lena smiled, thinking of the joy the cake could bring, but also the lessons it carried. She carefully lifted the cake, feeling the warmth spread through her fingers, and whispered, "I will share this wisely. I will use it to bring happiness, not danger." The glow seemed to brighten at her words, approving her choice. Lena placed a tiny piece on a small plate, leaving most of the cake untouched. She gently called her mom into the kitchen. "Happy birthday, Mom. I have a special treat for you." Her mom smiled, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. As her mom tasted the frosting, her eyes widened, a look of wonder spreading across her face. She gasped softly, "Lena. I can see. I can feel everything." The cake's energy connected them, showing them the hidden life of the city. The drones she had seen earlier appeared in the distance, scanning, but this time their presence felt protective, not threatening. Lena realized the cake had recognized her kindness, and the choice she had made had passed the test. The city lights flickered in patterns, dancing like the music of another world. Lena and her mom held hands, sharing the experience, laughter and awe mixing together. The cake had given them more than flavor, it had given them perspective. Lena understood now, the half-eaten cake from the trash had been a cosmic test, a way to see if humans could act with curiosity, care, and courage. She felt proud, knowing she had chosen wisely. The glow faded slowly, leaving a faint shimmer on the frosting, a reminder that extraordinary things could exist in ordinary places. Lena looked at her mom and whispered, "Sometimes the smallest choices can lead to the biggest adventures." Her mom smiled knowingly, hugging her daughter. "Thank you, Lena, for this gift. It is more than a cake." Lena laughed softly, realizing that her life had changed in ways she could not yet fully understand. Outside, the neon city buzzed with life, but Lena felt a connection she had never known. The cake had shown her the hidden beauty and potential of her world, and she had shared it with someone she loved. The adventure that began with curiosity, fear, and a half-eaten cake had ended with joy, connection, and wonder. Lena knew there would be more mysteries in the city, more challenges and choices, but she was ready. With a final glance at the shimmering cake, Lena whispered to herself, "The universe has many tests, and humans can rise to meet them." Her heart swelled with courage and hope, and the night seemed alive with infinite possibilities.